We ever figure out what Cousin It's fucking deal is? I can't tell if he's just a hairy dude or he's literally like hair made corporeal. He reproduced? Yeah, I know. In the movie, he fucking... What was the fucking... I watched the Addams Family a little bit this weekend. I saw the last half of the Addams Family. So the Addams Family's been on my mind. The thing is, though, there's one thing about the Addams Family movie, and I like the movie, and I'll never not like it because it was the first movie I ever saw in theaters. So it has a special place in my heart, which is a place that now my daughter has for the Minecraft movie, which is a scary thought, but we'll worry about that in like 3 decades. But I always, at the end of the movie, I'm always like, what the hell was Barry Sonnenfeld trying to pull here, man? So Uncle Fester is not Uncle Fester. He's a guy named Gordon who is being used as Uncle Fester in order to take advantage of the Addamses. But then at the end of the movie, he gets struck by lightning right in the center of his forehead. And what are they trying to what do they try to say? Are they trying to say the lightning erased his memory, so he now thinks he's Uncle Fester? Or, because they seem to be implying, there's a little scene where Gomez explains what happens at the end. And he says, it's crazy that you were pretending to be Uncle Fester, but actually you were Uncle Fester who got adopted by the psychiatrist. And the lightning erased your false memories and revealed your true memories. That's crazy. They really think we're stupid. The odds that the dude who's pretending to be Uncle Fester is actually Uncle Fester, that's an insane plot twist at the end. That doesn't make any damn sense. Barry Sonnenfeld trying to play you for a damn fool, man. That's what I'm saying. I think it's, and there's a subtext here, because this is kind of what happens to Gordon. I think it's better if it's a lesson about found family. And even though he's not Uncle Fester, he decides that he likes the Addamses more than his real family, because his real family are trying to kill Morticia Addams. I feel like it's a blessed day because I almost got tricked into playing Arc Raiders. I went, I don't have a docket set today, no sponsored stream. And I went to Justin's chat and I said, be so fucking for real with me right now. You think I would like this? And he said, I don't really know. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna put your stream up while I'm on the bike, and I'll make my decision after 90 minutes. And after like 45 seconds, I went, oh, no way. Oh, no. Go out on the mission, get this, loot this, pew, 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 loot this, loot this, come back, put all the shit that you looted in a box. If you get 17 of that thing that you looted, turn it into a superior version of the thing that you looted, put that on your gun, go to talk to this person, hey, what do you got for me? They give you 17 space crystals, take the space crystals, use the space crystals to buy space ammo, jump into the extraction, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no thanks, man, that's just not me. This is a scary movie. This is not Scary Movie. This might be Scary Movie. This might be the movie Scary Movie. Oh, or is it? It's Scream. It's Scream because Scary Movie ripped the shot straight out of Scream. Yeah. I was like, wait, see, Scary Movie #2. That looks like the damn house where Carmen Electra gets caught by Ghostface, man. And remember, he stabs her in the chest. But then she runs away and he goes, what the fuck? And then he looks at his knife and there's a silicone breast implant on it. Oh, man. Where's Doofy? You literally can't say that. They're saying you can't make comedies anymore where a guy named Doofy sticks his penis into a vacuum cleaner to simulate getting a blowjob. They're saying you can't make movies where a guy named Doofy gets sucked off by a vacuum cleaner. I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room. Remember when he... Yeah, I do remember. I do remember when he made the other cop smell his finger. Well, the first cop, I'm just going to say it, he's a bit of a chauvinist. He makes Doofy smell his finger, and then Doofy says, what's that? And he says, that's the smell of becoming a man. And then Doofy goes, smell my finger. And the cop goes, what's that? And he goes, my ass. They gotta put those in the Criterion collection, man. Scary Movie 1 should be in the Criterion collection. Let's go Cool Hand Luke over Shrek. I don't like to see an 8 here. That's scary. We'll go Cool Hand Luke over Amma. We'll go Seven Seal over Good Time, which is actually Sing 2. And that's not an insult to Good Time. It's just people, they don't understand the Safdie brothers movies. I was crashing out last night because someone in the Peloton Discord, as a joke, was like, Vladdy's got to hit 2 home runs tonight. And I said, Howard Ratner's least insane bet, which is actually kind of true. Howard Ratner is Adam Sandler's character from Uncut Gems. And then I Googled Uncut Gems, and like the IMDb reviews are like 7.3 or something like that, which is not where it should be, but that's fine. But the Google reviews are 2.8 out of 5. So I went, fuck that. And I sorted by 1-star review, and they were all like, I normally love Adam Sandler movies, but this one's ridiculous. Obviously, the screenwriters couldn't think of anything to do because they just wrote the F word every third word. I had to leave the theater after 15 minutes. Fuck you, you fucking NPC. Oh, my fucking comfort gross out comedian is making a real piece of art for once and I can't handle it. Go watch Sesame Street, bro. It's literally good. This one's tough for me because Good Time is like good. But Sing 2 is like, it's okay. But it's like, it's less abrasive at least. So I still think it's gotta be Good Time. No, man, not the non-Pixar Illumination Studios jukebox musical starring animals. What the fuck, man? The average was 0.98. Holy fuck. What is that? People got Cool Hand Root. Oh, because everyone guessed Shrek. What did you like about Poor Things? I thought it was ass. You might be a Pajiba commenter. Sorry to say. I had to wean myself off of Pajiba because they gave a good review to Bugonia, and then all the comments were like, I swore off of Yorgos after I got bad vibes from Poor Things. I said, this website, no disrespect, and I am a millennial. I'm like smack dab in the middle of the millennial generation. I might be the median millennial, but this website might be too millennial for me. And honestly, no disrespect to Gen Z, I think I need a website that's slightly more Gen X, which is a scary thought. I don't want those words to come out of my mouth, but because I think at Gen Z they would be more on the millennial side when it comes to Poor Things. Not every individual Gen Z, but just broadly. And if I may say so, it's partly because there are still people who are in Gen Z who are like 15 years old. So they're always saying like their favorite movie is one of the Spider-Verse movies, which is fine if you're 15. But it just means that, let me put it this way. If you're in Gen Z, and I generalize Gen Z in a way that you find insulting, just assume that it's about the other half of Gen Z. If you're elder Gen Z, then just assume that I'm talking about the younger Gen Z. And if you're younger Gen Z, just assume I'm talking about the older Gen Z. But I don't think I insult any generation as much as millennials, okay? So I think I'm being very fair. I think I'm being more than fair. All I could think about while I was on vacation in Greece was guy in Greece saying when in Rome. That is fucking good. That is good. Maybe I should go to Greece and be that guy. December 31st, 2004, I was locked the fuck in. I was locked in when this shit was going down, man. Holy fuck. Okay, Universal. Great legs on this one. Maybe Oscar bait starring Ben Stiller. Probably not Oscar bait. 2004, a Christmas movie has me feeling Fockers vibes bigly. And the reason the legs are good is because this is a holiday weekend. It's not a normal weekend, it's a holiday weekend. Okay, so Fockers is a gimme on that one. 20th Century Fox, Kenan Thompson. It's Fat Albert? It's the Fat Albert movie? Hell of a poster on this one. It's a hell of a description, guys. Animated character Fat Albert emerges from his TV universe into the real world, accompanied by his friends Rudy, Mushmouth, Old Weird Harold, and Dumb Donald. Though the gang is flabbergasted by the modern world, it's like a classic fish out of water story. They make new friends, and Albert attempts to help young Doris become popular, but things get complicated, to say the least, when Albert falls for her older sister Lori and must turn to creator Bill Cosby for advice. Do not get your dating advice from that guy, Fat Albert. Please do not get your dating advice from Bill Cosby, man. This is a horror movie. This is not, get that off the screen, man. Warner Brothers. George Clooney, 04. I want to say it could be Babel. It's a crime thriller. George Clooney crime thriller, not comedy. It's something Cysteria, Syriana. There we go. I know, it's not it. Is it Babel? Is it Babel, y'all? Is this Babel? It's not Babel. 12 is, it's obviously Ocean's 12. It has George Clooney and Julia Roberts, man. What is the thriller? It's a comedy. Comedy deserves to be billed. Ocean's 12 is not a thriller. The Manchurian Candidate is a thriller, man. I was thrilled. Yeah, but not in the same way that you were thrilled when you watched, like All the President's Men or whatever. Okay, well, I mean, there's The Menu. There's In Bruges. Those are both Gen Z coded, man. Rafe Fiennes. Oh, one of the fucking Wes Anderson, the Rat Catcher. This is gonna have like 1%. Yeah. You got to play one of the Wes. I'm learning movie grid. If you could take a one-off short film that Netflix produced, that would count, man. That would count. Let me see the Rat. Oh! Vegan hot dog and loaded fries, or fried fish and macaroni pie. God, it all looks so bad. I swear I'm not vice signaling. I've had a vegan, this is maybe the most Vancouver sentence I can say. I've had a vegan hot dog at the Twin Peaks themed vegetarian restaurant that used to be on Kingsway across from Savio Volpe. Okay? So I've had a vegan hot dog before. And with no disrespect to the Black Lodge restaurant, God rest it, it was not good. And I don't blame the restaurant. I blame the dog, okay? It would have been a lot better if it had been a dog that had meat in it. But I don't know about this fried fish and shredded romaine lettuce with macaroni pie, man. But the loaded fries look so bad. And look at the fish looks bad. It looks like a chicken knuckle or something. But this looks fucking, I don't know, man. Fuck. 61%? Okay. Well, I mean, the cheesy chips are just not edible, so we'll go with this one in spite of itself. Okay, whatever. Hot dog. Can I say something? So the roast pork looks pretty good. The hot dog looks fine. The fact that they took this fucking creep shot, I find it, the problem exists between hot dog and camera. It's pale inside. Yeah, because it's probably not, it's a sausage. It's not like a ballpark Frank. When you cut into like a sausage, this is oftentimes what it looks like, man. I think you guys got a problem, to be honest. Like, I almost feel like whoever's taking the photo, and I'm not trying not to judge too much by the hand, but I feel like they're saying, what the hell? Me damn hot dog's made of real food. Where's me mattress foam? Where's me fucking mattress foam? So I'm going to say, give me the roast pork on that one. I mean, this looks good, but people are like, they don't understand you can still eat a sausage even if there's no bun. And the loaded nachos, I mean, it's not the worst nachos we've ever seen from the UK, but they're not good. The cheese, there's way too little cheese. Obviously, the chips on the bottom have nothing going on. But you got to remember that the people making the nachos are also the people ordering the nachos, are also the people that are looking at the nachos and going, yum, those look like nice nachos. So I think the nachos are going to win. Yeah, I had to go for it. The sausage looks so good. They don't understand, man. They're not Central European like us. Neck and steak, pork in a bun, but they ran out of bun. I have to go with the other one on that one. It was pretty close, though. It's called buttery spread if it's less than 80% fat. What is it called if it's more than 80% fat? I guess I'm going to say margarine. Guys, I'm going to die. Not like hopefully in the next like 10 years or whatever, but I ate so much margarine as a kid. My parents bought it instead of butter because margarine was like more spreadable. So I grew up eating margarine like almost every day on toast. And then maybe like mid 2000s, reports came out that were like, it's giga bad for you. It's so much worse than butter. Like, not only does it just congeal in your arteries, but also it's like full of partially hydrogenated trans fats. And to my credit, or to my parents' credit, they stopped buying it like right away. But in the most formative years of my life, I was mindlessly eating a lot of margarine for sure. Because they screwed up my parents' generation by telling them butter was bad, man. I was like every few days I was having a salami sandwich that was buttered, but the butter was margarine, man. That's like a colon cancer cocktail, and I was eating that shit when I was like 5. That's not good. I didn't have any control over that, man. That's just what I was being fed because my parents were like, "Don't give him butter. Butter gives you heart disease." Butter is good. We need fat to survive. Yeah, bro, we all know, okay? I'm talking about what the world was like before you fucking got here. The science was different back then because the scientists were worse. There's better fat than butter, though. You're literally policing the food that I was fed like by my grandma when I was 5 years old. What the hell are you talking about? Also, you know the rules. Post blood work, post abs. By the way, you need to have some social intelligence here. Read between the lines, because a dude did join the Discord and then post a picture of his abs. And then everyone just kind of went, you're not actually supposed to do it. That's like, that means you failed the test twice. And I apologize if that person is in here and they're now realizing that they crossed the line, but everybody just kind of went. And then they started saying some shit like most food is poison, and we were trying to figure out, I think we never talked about it, but I think we were trying to figure out if this guy might be like RFK's son or something like that. But he was pretty shredded, don't get me wrong. He was pretty shredded. But the thing is, even if you have abs, post a family photo. If you don't have at least one kid, then you should be jacked. Your base case should be being jacked at all times. Back me up here, parents. Do we have enough parents in chat to create a plurality yet? Or at least a group that's big enough to be annoying? You weren't jacked? I know, and I had no excuse. That's one of the first things I said to my brother-in-law when I saw him after we had our kid. I was like, why wasn't I jacked all the time? One of the classic sorry, this is so annoying, especially if you don't have kids. Well, probably still a little annoying if you do have kids. But one of the conversations that's evergreen is talking to other parents about how you thought you were busy before you had kids, but then you weren't busy at all. And just like, it just goes around in a circle over and over, just going, why were we saying we were so busy all the time? We weren't doing anything. We didn't have shit to do. We were saying stuff like, oh, after work, I have to go get groceries tonight. I can't work out tonight. I got to go get groceries. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Ah, shit. Total number of top 10 singles they've had. I'm going to level with you. I think Metallica might have had 0 top 10 singles. Just, they've got popular songs, but they don't have the kind of songs that would go to the top 10 on the Billboard charts, I think. My belief is that 50 Cent has, let's say 5, as long as you're not counting G Unit as well. You got In the Club, probably Candy Shop, Pimp, Hate It or Love It, and a couple that I've got a blind spot for. I feel like Lorde has maybe 1. No disrespect to Lorde. She might have 2. I feel like the Bee Gees are going to have an infinite amount because everything on the Saturday Night Live soundtrack made it to the top 10. And then a few that weren't even on the soundtrack. And then this is where it gets interesting. Outkast was really popular when Stankonia came out and post-Stankonia. So you got to give it to B.O.B., Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean. Definitely Hey Ya. Definitely I Like the Way You Move. Probably also Roses. And then not Morris Brown. Definitely not Morris Brown off the Idlewild soundtrack, but maybe some stuff off of Quemini. But then J-Lo is like, she always sneaks up on you. You've got like, Let's Get Loud, My Love Don't Cost a Thing. I'm going to leave it like this. Chat really thought Metallica would be up there? Like, music that good doesn't chart that high. No disrespect. And I'm not a huge Metallica head, but like those first 3 albums, maybe first 4 albums, there's a lot of Peloton playlist fodder in there. Who made you, God, to say, I'll take your life from you? Oh, man. Bee Gees is just not that good. Wrong. I need your love, 'cause we're living in a world of fools who hold us down. What does he say? When they should just let us be. Who said the Bee Gees weren't good? One 22-year-old in chat. Bee Gees are kind of sick, actually. The secret is, and listen, if I can do it, you can do it. We have to put some respect on disco. And I say if I can do it, you can do it, because I grew up in an era where disco was like a punchline for every single music-related joke. We'd be like, well, it's pretty bad, but at least it's not disco. There was like 15 years of that. Then all of a sudden, it's kind of started coming back around in the mid-2000s. Gets sampled by MIA, gets sampled by Madonna. And you go, wait a second, these samples are fucking good. How could the samples be so good if the genre is so bad? Then you hear some shit from the genre, and you're like, what the fuck? The genre's good. Why were they saying, I guess because it got overexposed really quickly. And then people were like, I don't want to hear this ever again. But they were literally listening to like Puddle of Mud and being like, thank God disco's dead. She freaking hates me. Yeah. They didn't know what they were talking about, man. You got to be careful who your cultural mentors are. You could end up accidentally living your whole life under the veil of a cruel lie. Fictional adoptees, fictional characters involved in incest, fictional murdered people, fictional sword fighters. This is Jaime Lannister, bro. Jon Snow. Get it off my screen. Fictional resurrections. He was fictionally resurrected when the fucking loot train got hit by dragons, and then he's wearing that heavy-ass plate mail, and they do the cliffhanger where he's like sinking into the water, and he sinks down to the bottom of the fucking river. And then they end the episode, and you're like, oh shit, Jaime Lannister's fucking dead, bitch. Episode 4 starts, dude's just on the beach going, it doesn't pass the smell test, man. That pissed me off. It pissed me off, too. I was like, damn, I think this show might be starting to lose its luster a little bit. But I'll forgive them if they land the plane in season 8. Summer D. Reed from A to Z. I feel like Reed D from A to Z. A to Z. Zotar. Reed D from A to Z. Zito. Tezio. Is it something like this? This makes sense to me, man. This makes sense to me. Because you're reading D from A to Z. A to Z. You're taking the D out. A to Z. Believe it or not, this is an anagram indicator suggesting we need to reorder neighboring fodder. You think D, grade? Grade? Because D is a grade? What does summer have to do with it? Fodder is read D. Dread? Summer read D from A to Z? It's not dread. Adder? I don't get it. I don't get it. Sum equals add. Summer. So, can I just say something? There's a regional difference here. Some is a noun in North America, if I may say so myself, and some can be a noun or a verb in the United Kingdom. So fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. You don't sum in Vancouver? Well, if someone said sum this up for me, I would be like, how long have you lived here? It's also these letters in alphabetical order. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll give you that one. That's pretty cool. Can you sum up why it's not a verb? Why are you talking to me like you talk to ChatGPT? I'm a human being. You're literally trying to prompt engineer me. I will say though, positive of the AI apocalypse, I do think I've taken a little bit of AI skill and applied it to my own life. I have a psychological theory based on fuck all. I think you can prompt yourself. I know it taken out of context is going to sound like I'm an AI sicko, but I really think that if you want to achieve a result, you can prompt yourself. You could be like, I'm pretending I'm awesome at driving. And then wouldn't you know it, I don't crash my car. I think if you in your self-talk, if you say something like, imagine you're an awesome streamer, it makes you more likely to be an awesome streamer. I've never tried it because I think it might make me too powerful, but do you ever do Rule 34, Dole? No, but that's about the 34,000th time that somebody's asked me that as a joke, which rules. I can get my Gucci on. I feel like this is definitely all about that bass. This has very Meghan Trainor vibes. Shut up and drive. Nope. Damn, he plucking that thing. Is this Greg Allman? Jessica by the Allman Brothers? I'm sure I heard it because I was listening to the radio a bit in 2015 in my car, but I have no idea what it is yet. Could this be Ed Sheeran? Photograph. Oh yeah, this Stitches by Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes is a director. Shawn Mendes is a guy. It's a Toronto century. What can I say? Is he from Toronto? I don't know. I got there. He's from Pickering. We'll lump it in. We'll lump that in with Toronto. If I'm out here on the West Coast telling people that I'm from Kingston, which is close to Toronto, then he's got to deal with that in Pickering for sure. And you might say that's crazy. Kingston's actually closer to Ottawa. Yeah, but only like half the people here know what Ottawa is, which is fucking crazy. It's insane. If you say, yeah, it's like 2 hours outside of Ottawa, they give you the Vancouver stare. But if you say you're outside of Toronto, they go, oh, okay, I've heard of it. I've heard of Toronto. You aren't even from Kingston? That's the fucked up part, is that I have to say I'm from Kingston because I'm from the rural area surrounding Kingston. And then nobody knows what the fuck Kingston is, so I gotta say I'm from Ottawa. And then people in Vancouver don't know what Ottawa is, so I gotta say I'm from fucking Toronto. I'm going like 8 levels up of abstraction to try to relate to people, man. They don't know shit about Greater Napanee. They don't know shit about how excited we were when the fucking Centennial Lanes got a combination Pizza Hut and KFC across the street. I know you're gonna say, where's the Taco Bell? They didn't have it yet. It was a combination KFC and Pizza Hut, and then next door was a Mr. Sub. I saw a lot of great movies at that movie theater, though. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Men in Black 2, Terminator 3, lots of good stuff. Lots of very good stuff. What candy you hanging out? Sorry, I forgot how to talk. What candy you handing out this year? I have to check because my wife got a big Costco order, which included some candy. We got one bag that was like Reese's Cups, Reese's Pieces, Hershey's Cookies and Cream, the only good Hershey's bar, and then I forget the other one that's in there, but someone's gonna know. I feel bad giving out the fun size Reese's because they're still good, but the little peanut butter cups, something about the surface area to volume ratio, it just makes them not as good as the big peanut butter cups. Obviously, it's partly worse because there's less of it, but also just the change in morphology changes the flavor somehow. So fuck kids with a peanut allergy, I guess. Wait, hang on, I gotta check the label. Reese's peanut butter cups have peanuts in them? I guess we'll get, to be honest, we'll get an allergen-friendly bag too. I'm sure we got allergy-friendly candy in here somewhere. It already sucks bad enough to be a kid with a food allergy. People are giving you like made good granola bars that taste like fucking shit all the time. All your other friends are getting candy, potato chips and stuff like that. And they're like, here's some shit that the doctor tells you to eat when you're pre-diabetic. You guys really hate people that have allergies, huh? You're beefing with like a 6-year-old kid with a peanut allergy. Because you as an adult are like, they might, I'm just waiting. Give me a reason. Somebody tell me to put my peanut butter sandwich away. I've watched so much George Carlin. Top 10 times George Carlin laid into people with food allergies. YouTube compilation. Anyone watching in 2025? I've been training for this moment my whole life. How you getting mogged by a peanut though? I don't know. Have you seen the shit that kills most of us? I mean, if you're watching this and you're a man, pretty good chance you're going to die because your heart just gets tired, which seems fucking insane. Or alternatively, my cells are too good at reproducing. Nothing can stop my cells from reproducing. Oh, I'm dead. Great. Fantastic. So honestly, being killed by like a foreign agent entering your body and then your immune system being like, shut this bitch down, it makes a lot of sense to me. That seems more, frog voice, it seems more rational than your heart just being like, but I'm tired. Well, then take a nap and then fire the missiles. Don't get it twisted. I'm accommodating to the individuals that have food allergies. I'm not, and if I may, it's very Gen X coded to say something like everybody with a food allergy should just die so I can eat my favorite candy. Like, that's crazy. Honestly, the testosterone is kind of worth the heart exploding. Testosterone levels are like positively correlated with a lot of negative stuff, unfortunately. But also, whenever people say like the testosterone's worth like the prostate cancer risk, I'm like, what are we doing with the testosterone, man? I'm just mostly shooting the breeze and responding to emails. I'm not using it for all that much. I get Billy like back in the day, like pre-Neolithic revolution, it was probably like a little bit more important. But like these days, I'm mostly just, I don't know, I'm just kind of riding the hormonal waves, I guess. Glad to see the new PC being put through its paces. I'll be honest with you, if they can make a good game with good graphics, I'd be very interested in playing it. But it seems like the graphics and the gameplay are like negatively correlated somehow. It's like the better they make the graphics, the less interesting the game is, unfortunately. If they could like reverse that paradigm, then we'd be really cooking. The gaming industry would be really cooking, but they haven't figured it out yet, man. GTA will do it. You think I should? Maybe I should play GTA 6. Maybe I should become a professional GTA 6 gambler. Start saying some shit like GTA 6 is a roguelike, because every day on God's green earth is a little bit different. You never know what you're gonna get, and also it's permadeath as far as we know. No disrespect to the Buddhists out there, but as far as we know, I haven't seen Grandma in a while, to be honest with you. But maybe she's on a different plane or something, right? Like that. I gotta check Flight Aware. Please stop telling us we're gonna die and face eternal oblivion. No, because you need to learn, because it's going to change your decisions. I'm not saying it's gonna save your life, but it at least should be background noise for every decision you ever make, is one day I ain't gonna be here. And even worse than one day I'm not gonna be here is that, like, even if you're like a little bit famous, in like 100 years, no one's gonna know who the fuck you are. We know, like, the average person knows like one dude from the 17th century and none from the 13th century. So like, no matter what, they degauss the monitor about once every 100 years. So you should be thinking about when you're getting stressed out about like, oh, I need to send this email. Oh, I really got to send this email. You can just remember, you're going to be dead one day. Your boss is going to be dead one day. All of your clients and customers are going to be dead one day. Everything you're working on now is going to be a joke about 2 generations from now. If not, a lot of what I'm doing right now, it's probably going to be a joke in like 2 years. I don't even have like a 40-year runway before kids start going like, remember when that used to be a thing? Remember when people used to write books by hand? Like, that shit could happen in like 2027, man. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that I'm the Joker, and I used to think this shit was a tragedy, but actually it's a comedy, man. It's a comedy. And I'm loving every minute of it. Why would I care about being forgotten? You don't care that everything that you consider emblematic of yourself is transient. You don't care, but you're too cool to care about the fact that there was a void before you came into existence, and there's going to be a void after you come out of existence. You don't give a fuck, but you care about like the new season of Chainsaw Man. The fuck are you talking? It's like the only you have to care about that before you care about anything else, man. It's the limited nature of your lifespan that makes life worth living. It's what makes it meaningful. If you had an infinite supply because your life never ended, then you would be like, well, fucking take a century off and just nothing matters. That's why that's foundational, man. What I think it is I think the shit is so scary to you that you are posturing that I'm a hard ass. I don't care that I'm gonna exist only in this fucked up period of time and never again. I'm never gonna experience the past firsthand. I'm only gonna experience it through secondary sources and Wikipedia articles and video essays. And I'm never gonna experience the myriad wonders and horrors of the future. So I'm just gonna say no regrets, bro. This is how it goes. I think you're too puss to stare death in the face and say, I'm gonna shake hands with you because you're my friend. Our interests are aligned, and there's no way, it's two trains on the same track going in opposite directions. Eventually, there's gonna be a head-on collision. I think that you're too scared to face that reality that instead you pretend you're not afraid of it. It's normal and human, it's logical and rational to be afraid of it. And then use that as motivation to play some video games on Twitch. Or like hug your parents and tell them you love them or whatever, or fucking do whatever, I guess. But it should at least be an impetus. It should at least be the impulse that motivates you towards doing anything in this fucked up bitch of a world. And you want me to, why aren't you playing Arc Raiders? You're saying some shit like, why aren't you playing Arc Raiders? The hell are you talking about, bro? I'm 36 years old. It ain't that serious, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. No one said that? Yeah, but if they said it, I would have owned them really hard. Wish there was a game with these spinning slot things in real life. I'm still a believer that slot machine, there might be the biggest gulf of all time. Food in video games, worse than food in real life. Even if the food looks so good that it must have been generated by AI. The inverse of that, slot machines in video games are so much more fun than slot machines in real life, man. I swear, like, I don't know if it's one of those things. Remember how, like, it used to be a common thing to say on the internet that's like, if the people sending phishing emails ever figure out how to write like a human being, that we're all fucked. Because you would think that, like, you know, if they could just hire one person who knows how to write emails and then send it and be like, hey, I was hoping you'd check out this link for me, signed your boss, instead of like the fucked up bad grammar. Anyway, and then they fucking did. I know you're hitting me with a lot of video essay stuff, but no. They started putting it through the AI to make it actually look like it came from an official source. So it's really hard to tell because probably your boss is sending you emails that ChatGPT wrote too. So you're like, damn, this phishing email sounds like it's just from my boss. But like, I really feel that way about slot machines too, man. I feel like if they just if they made a slot machine that was like innately fun instead of just like, for some reason, here's a Tina Turner slot machine. Like if they made one that was just cool instead of one that looked like a pogo game from like 1999, I feel like a lot more people would be addicted to gambling. So maybe it's good that they haven't, but aren't you just describing steak? Have you ever seen someone gamble on an online casino? The slot machines are like just digital versions of the ones that they have in real life. They're all like here's a Ghostbusters slot machine or some shit like that. Here's a My Dinner with Andre slot machine. Like if they could just make them fun, man, it would be crazy. I got a friend who's a pro sports gambler. He's a little too close to the NBA indictment stuff. Wait, when you say a little too close, you mean he's like implicated or he's following the news? There's no such thing as a pro sports gambler? Well, if you have insider information. First off, there is. As much as I hate to admit it, there is. You just have to be like a 1 in a million sort of fella, like James Holzhauer. But I do, yeah, is your friend Terry Rozier or Damon Jones? Bet big, LeBron's out tonight. Make sure your bet's big enough that D Jones can eat too. He's getting info from groups that are getting info from people that are named in the indictment. I think you should delete that message. And I'm not sure. I don't think you have the power to do that, but I think you might have just indicted your Or not indicted, but I think you might have implicated your friend in an extremely ongoing federal investigation. I don't think you should have. He implicated himself? What do you mean? I hold myself in contempt. I hold myself in contempt. I did win the lottery last night, by the way. I didn't want to lead with that because it makes me look out of touch. I matched one number on extra on the 649, so I got $1. Is that less than a lottery ticket? Nah, it's about 20% at the cost of a lottery ticket because I think the tickets are $4 each, and then just to play the extra costs another $1. So it's less than a free play. It's basically it's a free extra to have another chance to win $1. You get Canadian dairy ads? Yep. Pretty much the only ads that you get in Canada, because I know a lot of you guys are probably watching pirated Blue Jays games right now, from Sportsnet. Which, I pay for Sportsnet, but I understand why you wouldn't, because it's expensive. And it's good for you, because you get to hear Buck Martinez, who I was sleeping on, but they don't make sportscaster voices like that anymore. Because the dude he's got a very, 1920s baseball voice, but he also knows his stuff. He's always sounding like I gotta think that maybe they'd be walking this guy right here. I can't imagine what they would do if they didn't walk him. He's a great caster for sure. I forgot what I was saying, but most of the ads, we do get a lot of ads for online casinos, and we do get a lot of ads for Tron Ares that don't tell you the movie's good. They just try to bully you into watching it on the biggest screen that you can get. The ads were nationalist as fuck. Are you American? Have you ever watched TV in your own country? You might be from the Netherlands. Maybe they don't do that shit here. But if you go watch ads in America through a critical. Imagine you're not American and then watch those ads that are for HD driving glasses where they put the American flag filter in the background all the time and then say these are certified made in America. I served in the U.S. military for 17 years, and these glasses, they reduce the glare from my windshield by 91%. Every single time you see an American ad, they're like that. So don't talk to me about Canadian ads that are telling you, to buy Tim Hortons, okay? I'm not going to buy Tim Hortons just because the food is almost as bad as the coffee. But still, takes one to know one is what I'm trying to say. If you skip Gungeon 2, I'm going to hex you with kidney stones. Our world is spiritually bankrupt. We're playing a good game that's out now, and we're talking about a game that we saw in a trailer for 3 seconds in a Nintendo Direct or something, or was it Summer Game Fest or the Game Awards or something? What are you talking about? And it goes double for Slay the Spire 2. It's not out yet, man. It's not. You got to appreciate the shit that actually exists, not the shit, because this is the shit that when this shit wasn't out, you were telling me, NL, you got to peep Slots and Daggers. Not you specifically, but you, the monolith of chat. I was playing Clover Pit, and you were saying, this looks good, but Slots and Daggers really looks good. Now Slots and Daggers is out, and you're like, are you ready? Are you ready for Gungeon 2? Chill, bro! But at least it's not as bad as the people asking if I'm going to play the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. Nah, man, they think I'm Timothy the Tattooed Gamer. Remember when you played Marvel Rivals against him? I do remember that. I'll do you one better. Remember when he and his family were 12 people behind me in line for living with the land at Epcot? Probably not, because I don't know if I ever told you that, but he was there. Do you have any stories? No, he was chilling with his family. Everyone looked happy. They were having a good day. Best ride at Disney? Okay, that's insane. It's I get what you're going for, but obviously you haven't been to Epcot since Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind opened, because that shit actually will make you feel like this is what the world could be like. I'm not even a ride guy, and that ride's crazy. The only thing is, I think I would be really disappointed if I rode it and it played a shitty song. I've ridden it twice. The first time they played Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and the second time they played September. So I think if I got on it and they were playing some other shit that sucked, I would be like, fuck. This shit, I'm spinning around listening to Congo by Gloria Estefan. No disrespect to Gloria Estefan. It's just not my favorite song. Cosmic Rewind transcends the concept of a ride. What's crazy is what you said is obviously ridiculous, but I think you're right. I actually think like that it's not because it's Disney, just because of the actual ride itself. That's church. If church had Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, I would be fucking first in line every Sunday, man. I would be there every Sunday. What if Joel Osteen's church had it? I mean, that's probably the most likely to get it. I don't know. I'd at least swing by. As long as it wasn't playing some fuck-ass hymn when I was on the ride or something like that. So a lot of people have said, hey, NL, you should play Deck Tamer. And maybe that means I should. But instead, I'm going to say that means that I shouldn't. No, I'm making a joke. But I saw Alex, who I trust more than the average chatter because he's a friend of mine. I saw him playing it, and I said, well, I'll give this a look. And then I went to the Steam page, if I may, and I don't mean this to be insulting. It's a little auraless in screenshots. It has a lack of sauce. You know that there's sauce in this with the QuickTime events. There's sauce in Balatro with the yeah, hype moments and aura, exactly. That's how I felt about it, but once I played, the sauce unveiled itself. But also, I don't give a fuck about Pokemon is the other thing. Hang on, drop the coin bag. Guy who's been hating Pokemon since he was 5. I loved Pokemon so much before you were even alive. I did a presentation about Pokemon in the 5th grade. And I was like, it's really popular in Japan, and I think it might have a chance to take off in North America. And everyone called me a nerd. And I was right. But long story short, if you're happy that the Pokemon brand is still around, you owe at least, not a lot, but an iota of gratitude to me in the 5th grade. But like, it's literally not my fault, and it's weird that you're acting like it's my fault. That Pokemon Silver and Gold were worse than All-Star Baseball 2001. So I shifted my allegiance to All-Star Baseball 2001 because it was superior, and then all of a sudden, now you're acting like I never fucked with Pokemon. I fucked with, I owned Red, Blue, and Yellow for some reason, man. A 0 should count as a crit. It's just a negative crit. Oh shit, I'm Dungeons & Dragons posting. Fuck. I do like that. I do like that in Dungeons and Dragons. If you roll a 1 on a skill check, it's like negative aura, right? It's an instant fail. So it's like if you roll a 1 naturally and you were just like, I roll to try to like open the bathroom door, you like rip the door off the hinges and it smashes into your face and breaks your nose or something like that. Pretty much. The door is locked. It's fucking worst DM at improv ever. You roll a nat 1, a 5% chance, and the DM says the door is locked. You can't open it? Fuck that shit, bro. No way. You gotta put a little extra sauce on it there. Every roll's a 5% chance? Yeah, we know. That's why I'm saying when you roll the 5% chance, you gotta put a little extra sauce on it. You think you're the first dude to ever figure out how to divide some shit by 20, bro? Neil deGrasse Tyson is right there. Have you ever played Dungeons & Dragons? I played it, I did a one-shot once. I'll tell you, my problems with Dungeons & Dragons are personal problems. And I mean that sincerely. It's not negative about Dungeons & Dragons. My experience with Dungeons & Dragons, I really liked the combat, because the combat was just like, you know, Divinity Original Sin 2, shout out to Macros. But I didn't like the improv stuff. And I think the reason I didn't like the improv stuff is that I wanted to talk the whole time. But everybody that's at the Dungeons & Dragons table also wants to talk the whole time. So you end up spending like more time listening than talking, which would be fine. But in my opinion, I'm the funniest. So I think I should be able to talk more. And the people who maybe aren't as funny, maybe they could take more of a leadership role in combat. That's just my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on it. Position 1 times 2 is flicking me. I'm calling my shot. Oh, I didn't think in a million years I would fucking get it. I didn't think in a million years I would actually... Maybe you just gotta close your eyes. Ooh. How fucked do you think Luke Skywalker would be if he got back to the Rebel base and didn't hit the Death Star in its weak point after turning off his targeting computer. You know they would be like, you fucking what? Bro, you were right in there. You were on the fucking approach. You turned off your targeting computer. He would have flown that shit to Dagobah right away. Bro literally got lucky and now he's like, I'm a fucking Jedi. Okay, whatever, kid. Who's the one who explodes instantly? Is that Porkins? Does Porkins explode instantly? Or is that only if Princess Leia's wearing the bikini? Because he's got that look. He's got that kind of look to him, if you know what I mean. Oh! -2, -2, -2. Oh, but you'd probably like it if it was a gentleman boner. Like if she was wearing her political outfit instead of that fucked up chauvinist shit that Jabba the Hutt got her in. You know what I'm thinking? Buy poison, cut big sword, and now we've got like a poison healing build. Maybe like a turtle build. This way at least I can have like a quick run where maybe I can banter instead of always interrupting myself trying to hit a quick time event. I can always tell how well the stream's going for Type Bs based on the frequency of librarians chatting, and librarian has not said fucking shit in an hour. So they're starving out there right now. So you got a little for A, a little for B, a little for A, a little for B. I'm having a good time. It's literally a good game. Not that anybody cares. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention to the game at all. Have fun, brother. Well, you said you were having a good time, though. Next thing you're gonna say, I wasn't even, like, paying attention to the screen. Like, what are you talking about? Good game, and it's proving your slop theory. It's true. Better game equals worse stream. Although I will say, and some of you are in chat, when I say the word freak, I don't mean it as a pejorative. I just mean it as someone that's different than me. But there's some freaks out there who watch Twitch just to see games, which I kind of got when I was like 23, but now that I'm 36, I don't understand it at all. But they're like, I come to this website to see someone playing a video game and to get their opinion on the video game. And I'm like, damn, you think that kind of shit can support a whole website? That's crazy. Absolutely not. I don't think so, man. That doesn't make any damn sense to me. There's got to be some extra level of elevation in there. There's people that get their news from Twitch. I don't really want to talk about that, but that's a different ball of wax altogether. It could be worse. You could be getting your news from TV, but if there's really big news, don't worry. Everybody in chat will be saying it. No. If there's really big news, don't say what the news is. Type something like, NL, turn on the TV. Any channel. That's what I would love this chat experience so much more if when a celebrity died, instead of saying, hey, did NL talk about celebrity? Did NL give his eulogy for a celebrity he's never mentioned a single time on the stream? Has he spoken any solemn words for a celebrity he's never mentioned having an affinity for or seeing any of their work at all? Yet, if instead you just said, turn on the TV, any channel, I would be so much more into that, man. I'd be so much more into that. Dick Van Dyke died? No, man, no. He was only 102 years old. He's just a kid, man. No shot. He's still alive. He may outlive me, man. It must be fucked up to be old and then people... like when you die, people are like, well, he was old. Like, they're not wrong, but you're still probably like, if I had to guess, I haven't been that old. I haven't been 98, but I'm imagining you're probably like, yeah, but I don't really want to die, if possible. Did you see Chipotle stock drop 17% today because the CEO said young people are too broke to go there? Okay. The market punishes you for telling the truth. Can you also, I was checking the Globe and Mail when I was pissing, okay? Could somebody tell me why the S&P 500 is down 0.36 on news of a rate cut? The market's upside down, man. It doesn't make sense. A rate cut should be pulling money out of money market funds and fixed income and putting it into equities where they could get a better price discovery. It was priced in. Fuck. when you use my line against me that I fucking believe in. Fuck. Dan, you feel comfortable sharing your Halloween costume? My son's a blow-up dinosaur. I'm gonna be a dino explorer. I get it. I get it. You? My kid's R2-D2, so I'm gonna be C-3PO. But my C-3PO costume is literally just a hoodie and track pants that are like, they have a C-3PO print on them. It's actually, I'm not a Halloween guy. I don't mind dressing up in like nice clothes, but I hate wearing costumes, and I don't even know why. It's just maybe some unresolved trauma from when I was a kid somehow that I don't even remember, but I hate wearing costumes. But this costume is just a hoodie that has like, it's gold and it has C-3PO print, like it has, the belly has like wires and circuits and stuff that are printed on it, and then the pants are just gold pants that look like C-3PO's legs. It takes 2 seconds to put on and 2 seconds to take off. At least get a plastic mask. Nope. I'm just gonna be myself as C-3PO. Oh no, you don't look that much like the robot. Okay, fucking tomorrow's November 1st. People are saying he hates joy. No, I don't hate joy. You should be whatever you want to be for Halloween. But also, I hate when my fun is your fun. Like, for you to have fun, you need me to do things a specific way. I'm literally neurotypical. I don't work like that. I received a Twitch whisper from one of your chatters asking me about being banned from your Discord. How do you want me to roast? I mean, respond to them. First question, Dan, is it Yeti? Not Yeti? Oh, I don't know who it is then. Because if it was Yeti, I was gonna weigh in. Because I think Yeti got banned. Well, it's one of, I was gonna say I gotta talk it out with the mods, but they're doing a good job. And also, he was posting, was he posting uwu? No, Yeti was posting, they were misc-posting in Twitch, which I think is funny, but the mods do not have the same sense of humor about. But then, after they got banned, they kind of argued with the mods. And I feel, the level that I feel is not necessarily fair is that the mods use the arguing in the ban appeal as double justification to ban them. They were like, that reinforced that the mods made the right decision, which I don't feel is rhetorically sound. Like, if you were on trial and you were innocent and you were like, you idiots don't even realize I'm innocent, they'd be like, look, he's a bad person, he called us stupid. Yeti DM'd me on Discord when I timed them out here, which is bannable, I believe. Okay, well, listen, Yeti, you shouldn't be doing that. I didn't know that. You shouldn't be doing that, obviously. They were not posting uwu, they were posting about Bob Dylan in Twitch. What's wrong with that? Well, that's what I'm saying, but it's misc. In Twitch, sorry. In Twitch, you can only talk about Twitch stuff. You can talk about whatever you want in misc. But people like to talk about off-topic stuff in Twitch, because I never look at misc, because misc is where people do all their trauma dumping. So I don't want to go into that. Why are you beefing with Europeans in chat? You shouldn't be beefing with Europeans. As we've established, their fridges are already so small. They're so small and they hold so little food that they have to, and they hit me with the cope. We don't eat that much refrigerated stuff. Oftentimes we'll get lunch at a cafe. We eat fresh food from our vegetable garden. I have an apple tree in front of my house. I have an olive tree in front of my house. Here we go. They literally made you. You can't say that. I've never done a genetic lineage test. For all we know, I might be Chinese. I'm not gonna say the odds are good. Let's be real. But you never know. You never know. You're not. You literally can't say that. You can't. I don't know what you're gonna get in trouble. You can't say that. I might be. Kinshawn Judkins. At least I got football. That's Leroy Judkins. Leroy movies. I gotta say, I'm loving Leroy meta. You really? You like Leroy meta? What's Leroy meta? Just saying, imagine if Leroy Jenkins was doing something that wasn't World of Warcraft, basically, is what it comes down to. Leroy Movies was really good, actually. But everyone said they fucking hated it when it was happening. Everyone was like, this is the worst bit you've ever done. And now they love Leroy Movies? It is fucked up reading my art coffee table book, and like, I'd say it's more than half. Like, 1/3 of the artists are like, they gained the favor of the king and lived in opulence until their death from gout at age 47. But then the other half are like, died in disrepute. Their art was only discovered like 70 years after they fucking died. So they like don't even know, they lived their whole life making art and they were like, nobody's fucking with me. And then like a century later, people were like, wait, their art's actually pretty good. I still like Deep Rock Galactic Trump. I forgot about that guy. Rockin' Stone, Chiblee, Rockin' Stone. I shouldn't let it get to me, but I am still in the genre of tweets that piss me off. That tweet that said, if they made American Psycho in 2022 or whatever, Patrick Bateman wouldn't listen to Phil Collins, he'd listen to Vampire Weekend. That still fucking pisses me off. You don't fucking get it, bro. I think I'm not just saying that because you're my chat. I think if they remade American Psycho, isn't it obvious that Patrick Bateman wouldn't listen to music, he would listen to podcasts? That's my read on the situation. You think Patrick Bateman will be taping his mouth and rubbing banana peels on his face after dunking his face in an ice bath? 100%. And it would be working. He'd be looking like Christian Bale. Or like Austin Butler, maybe? Austin Butler. Am I having like a Mandela effect moment? Did he already get cast in an American Psycho remake? Or am I willing it into existence? I feel like he may have you're willing it into existence? I'm wheeling it in. I love too much, they always say. You ever notice how Bradley Cooper's Leonard Bernstein in Maestro is very Trump adjacent? Chiblee, I'm a great composer. I'm Leonard Bernstein. You know, a lot of people say I'm gay because I have sex with men. I'm not gay. I'm married to a woman. Who said that? Who said that? So find that guy. You're not the best. You're not my favorite. You're not my favorite patron. Times 2 is also a reroll, but we don't want to... Actually, maybe we do want to respin all our previous spins. If it fucks us, whatever. Life goes on. If we die, whatever. So it only is a crit if it slots into place and makes it a crit. I get it now. Alright, it ruined my run, guys. It ruined my run. I thought it was just going to be like infinity times 2. It turns out that ain't how it works. Don't give me the times 2, man! It fucking sucks! Fuck. Gee, oh good. Oh, good. A critical hit on some shit that doesn't even do anything when it crits. Oh, good! Oh, good! Not great. Not great, Bob. One crit on skulls would really hit the spot, man. Well, keep dreaming. That's fucking sick. That's what it feels like when the Papa Dough hits your wallet, man. In case you were... A lot of people have been asking, what is the feeling when the Papa Dough hits your wallet? It's a little bit like that. Why is your tongue so big on that lower middle picture? That's real, man. That's not edited. You ever seen the gif of me? This is a crazy sentence. You ever see the gif of me where I'm like, I'm cheesing after I like won in a game or something, and then I stick my tongue out, but then they edited the tongue to be like Venom's tongue, so it shoots out like 3 feet. It is truly... You made that? That gif is so good. There it is right there. Northernlion, bald, hairless, surprised, excited GIF. Yep, that's it. If you're looking for how to find it in the GIF keyboard. Oh, shit. That is fucking good, man. Oh, and I've watched it like 15 times already. Oh, dude, now I posted it in the content creator Discord, but it posted as a PNG. So now I just look like a fucking idiot who posted like a low-res image of myself looking surprised in the fucking... Okay, well, delete message. Now I go to the tenor keyboard. Northernlion, hairless, bald, tongue, excited. There it is. There it is. Should I drop an at everyone too? Oh shit, that's fucking good. I already know Corey's cooking something up. Corey's gonna say, "What? What the hell is that?" I know he's gonna say, "Whoa," and then Chibley's gonna go, "Is that real?" Yeah, Chibley's gonna chime in and say, "Is that real?" Where were you on 9/11? I was in 8th grade at school. It was like maybe the first week of school, and it was recess, and we all lined up, and the teachers were like talking to each other in whispered tones. They were talking to each other like, what? And then we went into the class, and our teacher gave us like a speech and told us what happened. And I'm sorry, it's not funny, but this is way back in the day, so our class had one computer in it. I sat down at the computer, and I probably went to like CNN.com, and I read the news out loud to the class of what was happening at 9/11. Why would you care? You live in a different country. Listen, buddy, it's world news, okay? I get what you're saying, but that's insane. If that shit happened anywhere, it would be on the news here. It's not that far away from you. Wow, it's a long bike ride. And then for the rest of that year, well, I was really scared that Osama bin Laden was going to fly a plane into my house. Could have happened. Maybe if he was beefing with me specifically, because I was probably fucking beating his ass in MotoGP on Xbox Live. Guy who uses the Pomodoro technique for jerking off. Okay, that's pretty funny, but you also reminded me of something in pre-chat. I wasn't late, but someone in pre-chat said, he's 5 minutes late, he must be jerking off. And I understood that A, it's a joke, and secondarily, they're making a joke about my stamina, that it only takes me 5 minutes to jerk off from flaccid to completion. But it begs the question, or at least implies the existence of a group of guys out there who think that you can flex your masturbation stamina. That's not a thing. Your masturbation stamina is not a thing. Your sexual stamina is a thing, but you should not feel good about yourself if you can jerk off for 20 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour or 6 hours. I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy yourself, but there's also, you got shit to do, bro. That's more like knocking a task off the to-do list. I can't believe you would flex your sexual stamina like, oh, it takes me 25 minutes to ejaculate when I'm masturbating. Honestly, it sounds like you got the wrong person holding the shaft, to be honest. Yeah, just say you suck at whacking it. Exactly. Like, what do you mean you suck at giving a hand job? You have a dick. You're literally like teacher and pupil, bro. You must learn the self. That's true. And I guess to be fair, the Buddha says that the root of all bad feelings is expectation. So just think on that for a second. You need to tame enemy creatures in order to add new cards to your deck. To tame a creature, just give it its favorite food. The lower a creature's health, the better your chances of taming it. If it has 1 heart left, its favorite food will always guarantee to tame it. They join your party at the end of battle. What do you like to eat, man? I guess you're a shark. You probably like to eat fish. He's done it. Shiny tail shark. Hero. Socrates. Max. Leonardo. Missing no. Oh, the game is made by real gamers. Leonardo, Twinkle, Buddy, Frost, Draco, Nimbus, Fleming, Magellan. Okay, well, I'm going to give it 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joker. Perfect. In this battle, there are 2 lanes. Each lane is independent, and the turn goes through each lane from left to right. Each creature only attacks the opposing one. Speed determines who attacks first. W speed. If a creature has no target, it will instead attack the closest creature in another lane. Holy shit, welcome back, Artifact. Why do I keep hearing Kingdom Hearts sounds? You might have the Steam page for Kingdom Hearts open in the background. I say that as someone who... I was watching Justin play a little Arc Raiders, and he got into a team fight, and Pump It by the Black Eyed Peas started to play. And I literally typed in his chat, where the hell is the Black Eyed Peas coming from? And then I thought about it for a second, and I checked my Chrome tabs, and I had the Arc Raiders store page open, and it was playing the Black Eyed Peas. So I literally, for about 5 to 10 seconds, I was like, the game plays the Black Eyed Peas when you get into a team fight? I was like, this is a very... I don't really like the Black Eyed Peas, but I have to admire it as a very audacious decision for in-game design. Maybe it could be cool, but then nah, that's not how it went down. Sound scared the shit out of me. You got a real beef with the Foley artist on this one. I don't know why. They're getting sturdy on them. Sturdy, we're so back. What is getting sturdy a euphemism for? Because I've been telling people I've been drinking straight mud. I've been triple cupping mud for like 10 years. Then all of a sudden they think I'm drinking a beverage that's infused with codeine. No, bro, I like my coffee black. I'm not sipping a codeine-laced beverage. I take my whiskey neat, bro. This will inflict poison which goes past sturdy. Use a syringe to infuse the talent venom cure into your team, making them heal from poison instead of taking damage. Sorry, I'm starting to feel a little bit like Soldier Boy. I am like, ain't no point to the damn. You don't run out of the anti-weakness juice or nothing. It's a dance, okay. Like a DANCE 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type thing. Good on NL for ignoring chat. Well, what do you want me to say? It's just people arguing whether or not the art is AI without anyone actually looking it up. There's nothing to talk about. They're shadowboxing, man. What else can be said? They're all getting into arguments that are making them heated, but nobody's actually taking a look to see if it's true. It's crazy. Google AI says it isn't AI. There you go. There you go. I'm thinking you send Hellrat out here, and then I'm thinking you might just give that beast an implosion, to be honest with you. I've been killed. I should have put him in the left lane. I was supposed to... They did all those tutorials, they never bothered to explain to me that it goes left to right. They did explain that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we got to abandon this run. That's devastated me. Let's start over from brass tacks. Okay, new dive. Can I play on the Venturer difficulty? There's an undo button. I'm going to level with you guys. I don't think... I mean, I'm not just saying... I'm not tilting and making one mistake. I'm not sure this is made for me. I made it through the tutorial. I made it through the first couple of battles. And then I think I've given it a chance, and I don't necessarily think it's for me. But I'll give it one more try. I did like the idea. I like the idea of extracting an ability from a card and putting it on something else. Ooh. Wait, we could live, bro. I take twisted pleasure in your debuff just so you're clear. Nah, I'm dead. I would hit give up on that one. Listen. After the first run that I redid, I was like, I'm not sure if this is good. After the run that I lost, but I got to experience a little bit more, I was like, I think it's okay, and I think that there's some people out there who would really like it. I have a problem with deck builders, which is that I played so much of Slay the Spire that if a game is like not Slay the Spire, but it's Hearthstone instead, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Where's my strikes? Where's my defense? I don't have strikes. I don't have defense. I don't start with a 2 damage bash. Some people, well, Alex likes it. Alex vouched for it, man. But he's also a Pokemon guy, so you should know you can't trust him. You can't trust him. He plays too much Pokemon. Diceomancer's enjoyable. I'll risk a week-long ban on it. We don't really do that here. I see what you're doing, but that's not what we do. I'm not really giving 10,000 people one game recommendation, and then if it fails, banning them. That just doesn't seem very fun. to be honest. You used to do that for Sub Sunday. That's virtue signaling. Sub Sunday, where we played Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Team Fortress 2, that was... Oh, no, you're not talking about that. You're talking about when we played The Witcher. Everyone remembers Fallout New Vegas. Nobody remembers that when I said, hey, I'm going to pivot Sub Sunday so that it's no longer me just playing Counter-Strike Go with chatters, but every single time I play Counter-Strike Go with chatters, it's just sweet. People were like, no! I literally subscribed to play Team Fortress 2 with you. I know every Sunday forever I've been busy and I haven't been watching the stream and the viewership is horrible and the same 15 people fill up the server every single time and it costs you £8, whatever the fuck that is, every month in order to get the server on multiplay.co.uk up, and then I got to go into the server settings because somebody's like, can we remove nuke from the rotation until they update the map? And I'm like, oh, motherfucker. Please, oh my God, no, not another Fallout New Vegas Let's Play on YouTube. No! Don't fucking talk to me about the Outer Worlds 2, man. We will not be playing that. No disrespect. If you're a big fan of the game, the first one is enough for me. I will not be playing the second one. Why not? Fallout New Vegas, pure. Delicious little side story in the Fallout universe. The Outer Worlds, Quark Chungus, the bounty hunter, written by Joss Whedon. That was my reaction when I played the first game too. Fallout New Vegas makes it fun to kind of be a brigand because you're screwing over other people that are kind of rude in the game. But like the Outer Worlds literally had like the first choice was like, are you going to break the strike for the corporation or are you going to break the corporation for the strike? And you're like, that's not, listen, bitch, I'm streaming the game right now. That's a forced decision. I can't do the answer that might be a little bit fun because people in chat who have like seriously unrestrained mental illness will be like, this guy hates unions because he broke the fucking space tuna cannery union in the Outer Worlds. That, to be fair though, that was back in the day where I did care about what you thought because you were real people to me. But then I've spent a lot more time outside. And many of you in chat are real people. But the people who complain about that stuff are not real people. And if you say we're real, all I have to say is show them to me. Why do I only see them here? Why do I not see them outside? They only exist in this. Dunk, 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 dunk. They only exist in the computer. Yeah, they don't let you be evil, man. They don't let you be evil. Because Vancouver's a theme park? Goggy, what are you talking about? What does that even mean? It has the same vibe as when I was talking about the Dodgers and I was saying like I had sympathy for the fans just a little bit. And then someone said, oh no, the poor millionaire LA Dodgers fans in the stadium. I was like, I thought we were all empaths, man. We become allergic to empathy because they root for the other sports team is very funny to me. All 53,000 people in Dodger Stadium are obviously millionaires. They turned sports into a class war, but it's not owners versus players or players versus fans or fans versus owners. It's their team's fans are richer than my team's fans, so they're the bad guys. Like, what are we doing? Also, people in Toronto are fucking rich, man. If they're rich in LA, they're rich in Toronto too. Both cities are pretty rich. Canadian dollars don't count. When you're this breaded, everybody tender. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to my wife's stream. Feeling tired. Gonna go eat lunch. Good night, y'all.